What can you do to make your backyard more fun and exciting? If you have extra space, you can consider adding an in-ground pool like this one behind me. It may be just the thing to transform a boring backyard into a balmy oasis. Right now, they are as popular as ever. According to the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance, there are over 5 million existing in-ground pools in the US, and nearly 200,000 new pools are being built each year. With regards to its popularity as an outdoor feature, home sellers are weighing into consideration whether installing a pool is also a good investment to add resale value. After all, a pool can be enjoyed by all ages, and swimming is one of the most effective and therapeutic forms of exercise. But on the other hand, it might be expensive to install and maintain, and potentially dangerous for children and pets. It could be treasured in the summer and ignored the rest of the year. So, if you are considering being a future pool owner for recreation or for investment, this video will provide some information you may find helpful. And if you are the exact opposite type, a homeowner who wants to remove their existing pool, you can skip to the last 2 minutes of the video, where I will share some basic information about pool removal. My name is Coco Tan. I'm a realtor at Keller Realty in the San Francisco Bay Area. When it comes to buying or selling a home, pools are a hot topic. People want to know how much it costs to install and maintain and what type of pool is the best. They want to know if it is logical to add a pool purely as an investment instead of a myriad of other possible outdoor features. Are the research results in favor or against pools? Ultimately, the answer is, it depends. According to HGTV, real estate experts estimate that an average 14 by 28 foot in-ground concrete pool potentially adds 5 to 8% to the real estate value of your home. But the cost of installing the same pool could be over $50,000, which means your investment may not pay off. The 5 to 8% represents ideal cases. So, what is the ideal situation? For starters, climate is a factor in whether a pool raises property value. Pools are more common and more appreciated in warmer areas such as Florida, Texas, or even here in the Bay Area of inland California. An analysis done by Redfin of 19 warm weather markets found that a pool can add anywhere between $11,000 to $95,000 in home value. A pool also becomes a big plus if your property is a vacation home in a coastal or resort community. And if you live in a high-end neighborhood where most other homes have pools, buyers might expect yours to have one too. A pool is often considered an essential feature in luxury homes on huge lots. But for smaller backyards, you should think twice before you decide to commit the large majority of it to a pool. Taking into consideration of current events, homes with pools are at advantage during the coronavirus pandemic. Since people are going out less, they want their home to provide more activities for entertainment and exercise. And at the risk of stating the obvious, I will say that a pool will fetch more if it is beautifully designed, well maintained, and paired with amenities such as adjacent decks, patios, and attractive landscaping. Having the opposite of that, a pool that needs repair and doesn't complement the space, can even reduce your home's value. So, what does it cost to install and maintain one? Well, it depends if you want a concrete, vinyl-lined, or fiberglass pool. And maintenance also depends on whether it's a saltwater or freshwater pool. I explain the advantages of each category later. According to HomeGuys.com, most homeowners spend between $28,000 and $55,000. But this is likely a low estimate because it only includes the basics: the pool, the filtration system, some underwater lights, and stone coping around the pool's edge. It does not include the cost of other related items: fencing, landscaping, decking, outdoor lighting, whirlpool spa, pool cover, and storage shed. Just to name a few. The project as a whole will be roughly twice the cost of the pool. I give more details about the cost of maintenance later, but expect it to be at least $3,000 yearly. If your budget is lower, or if you want to conserve space, you can buy an above-ground pool. An above-ground pool kit can be purchased and delivered for only a few $100s to a few $1,000s. You'll be able to enjoy relaxing in a small pool without installing anything permanent. Depends on the model you buy. There could be some assembly required. If you like to do some serious swimming, you can install a resistant pool, also known as an underwater treadmill. It is a high-tech product, so it won't save you much money over a normal in-ground pool, but you will save space. On the opposite end of the cost spectrum is the infinity pool. It is an ultra-luxury pool in which the water flows over the edge, creating the illusion that water has no boundary. They are popular on high-end hotels and on cruise ships. In residences, infinity pools are usually built on hillsides that provides a view. Their elevated price is a result of the extensive structural, mechanical, and architectural detail requirements. Compared to a normal pool, it costs on average about 30% more for each vanishing edge, since it works by catching and recirculating the water that falls over the edge. The extra systems also increase maintenance costs. Going back to the general cost of being a pool owner, be aware that your homeowner's insurance premiums will likely be higher. Most policies cover a percentage of the external structure replacement cost, as well as a portion of accident liability. Your policy might have stipulations, such as requiring for a fence around the pool and disallowing diving boards. Even if you are fully covered for liability, you still have to do your part to be a responsible pool owner. For example, you can make it safer for young children by mounting alarms on doors and gates leading to the pool and installing a power safety cover for the pool. The first step to building a pool is go to Lowe's to buy a shovel. I'm just kidding. The first step is always to contact your local government's building department or zoning board. You need permission to build a pool. Although every city has different requirements, you generally need to satisfy certain setback distance from the pool to property lines, septic tank, wells, and sewer lines. There are also codes about pool barriers and gate hardware. In general, a perimeter wall or fence should be at least 4 feet tall and equipped with self-closing, self-latching gates. So, what are the main types of pools and how do they compare? The simplest pool is a fiberglass pool, which is a giant shell that is manufactured off-site, delivered in one piece, and dropped into a hole. It is prefabricated, so it can't be custom designed for your yard, but there are advantages. The installation is fast, the gel coating is resilient and rarely needs resurfacing, and is overall easiest to clean and maintain. The second type of pool is a concrete pool. A hole is dug in the exact shape of the pool. Rebar is installed around the edges and bottom, and then concrete is poured into molds around the rebar to form solid walls and flooring. Finally, a finish such as plaster or tile is applied. Concrete pools are entirely customized. Although it sounds basic, a concrete pool costs the most to install as well as maintain. The porous walls can harbor algae, and you need to brush the walls, vacuum the floor, run the fiber, run the filter constantly, and resurface every few years. The final type of pool is a vinyl liner pool. Steel or polymer walls are built around the hole, and a thin vinyl layer is dropped in. This is the cheapest type of pool, offering good customization ability and easy cleaning, but low durability. The lining has to be replaced every 5 to 7 years, each time costing around $2,000 to $5,000 according to Home Guide. Not only do vinyl liner pools have the lowest resale value, but over time the cost of replacing the lining will make this option quite expensive. In summary, concrete is the strongest and most premium, but also the most expensive to install and maintain. Fiberglass is medium price and low maintenance, but you won't be able to customize it. Vinyl liner is a low initial cost, but a higher lifetime cost because of its fragility. So, after you have pool installed, you might be wondering how much it costs to maintain a pool. The average cost for basic maintenance is $1,200 to $1,800 per year, according to Home Advisor. That does not include repairs or utilities such as gas for the heater and cost for the water itself. Combined, the cost becomes $3,000 to $5,000. Maintaining a pool does not require you to hire a professional or take classes, but there's considerable work involved. You will need to regularly test the pH and add chemicals to maintain it. You also have to skim the leaves and prevent algae growth by vacuuming and brushing. A large factor in the cost of maintenance is whether you choose to have a saltwater or freshwater pool. If you've done most of your swimming in public swimming facility, then you are used to freshwater pools, also known as chlorine pools. For private residences, however, saltwater pools are becoming increasingly popular. So what are the pros and cons for each? Saltwater pools are softer on the skin and won't cause you to feel itchy or dry. This salinity is only about 1/10 of the ocean, similar to human tears, which means you can open your eyes underwater. A saltwater does in fact use some chlorine, but much less. Because fewer chemicals are needed, a saltwater pool is cheaper to maintain, and you only need to pay $70 to $100 per year for the salt. The alternative, a chlorine pool, not only needs to be maintained more often, but the chemicals alone cost $300 to $800 yearly. A higher concentration of chlorine means that you will irritate your skin and eyes more, as well as making swimming suits fade. And while pool salt is safe, chlorine and chemicals are toxic when inhaled, so they must be stored and used carefully. With that said, a saltwater pool does have some disadvantages too. The saltwater generator comes at an upfront cost of between $700 to $2,300, including installation. Plus, the system uses about $40 more in electricity every year. Saltwater pool repairs may require a professional, and leaking salt water can damage pool features, plants, and soil. If you are installing a new pool, either one may be the most economical and logical choice. But if you already own a concrete chlorine pool, it might be a bad idea to convert it into saltwater because the original pool features such as lighting, liner, and masonry may not work well with saltwater. Saltwater pools are usually fiberglass instead of concrete. Also, if you want a heated pool, that will cost another $150 to $300 a month, assuming you run it from May to September. You can offset this cost by installing a solar pool heating system. According to energy.gov, the $3,000 or $4,000 you spend to install the system will pay for itself in 7 years or fewer. Solar systems also last longer than gas and heat pumps. To find out more, contact a local solar contractor. Let's talk about pool removal. If you own a pool but no longer enjoy swimming in it, you probably considered getting rid of it. On the positive side, you'll save time and money on maintenance, and you'll have more yard space for landscaping, gardening, or other activities. You'll also be free of the hazards and liability of owning a pool, making your yard safer for children and pets. If that sounds good to you, then you basically have two options: a partial removal or complete removal. Partial removal meaning filling it in. It is the fastest, most common, and least expensive solution. The pool is drained and holes are punched in the bottom. Then the top layer is demolished, and the pool is filled in with dirt, which is then compacted. Because of the risk of future sinkage, most cities consider the area on top of a formal pool to be non-buildable. While sheds, landscaping, paving, and trees are generally okay, you won't be allowed to build a dwelling or addition to your home. What if your plan is to demolish your pool so that you can build an ADU or an addition? Fortunately, there is a method that allows that. You can do a complete removal of all the materials associated with the pool instead of just the top. A complete removal is longer, more expensive, and more involved, but will preserve your property value. For the land to be considered buildable, the filling and compacting process has to be supervised by an engineer technician or city official. The building permit application should spell out the requirements. In San Jose, for example, you must also submit a complete special inspection form. The cost of in-ground pool removal will have a wide range from $3,000 to $15,000 depending on the type and size of pool, accessibility of the pool area, and the method of removal. You should contact at least a few licensed and insured contractors to get their estimates and options. Thank you for watching this video. If you wish to see more, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. To learn more about me and my real estate listings, visit my website, realtorcoco10.com. You can also contact me by emailing coco10group@gmail.com or call me at 408-829-6053. I offer a wide variety of services for buyers and sellers. I am your neighbor, your realtor.